Welcome to the channel, guys. My name is Chase Maddox. Today I'm going to teach you the number one reason why your lines suck. Now, it's not what you might be thinking. Most people think that their lines are not sounding good because of the notes they're using. So they learn scales, arpeggios, different devices to improve their note choices. All of that's good. I'm not saying that's bad, but it's not usually the reason why a beginner or an intermediate player is not sounding like they're swinging. The reason is that you're not playing with good rhythm. Your lines are static rhythmically. You're not using many rhythmic ideas. So I'm going to show you, based on a simple 2-5-1 line that you probably already know, some ways that we can introduce some more interesting rhythm. Now, the first thing here that I see with a lot of students, especially at the beginner and intermediate level, is that their phrases start and end on downbeats. The problem is most jazz musicians, when they're soloing, if we look at solos of great jazz musicians, most of their phrases don't ever start on a downbeat and end on a downbeat. It's usually one or the other, where it starts on an upbeat, maybe ends on a downbeat, or starts and ends on an upbeat. So the first thing we're going to do is look at a way to change the line we're thinking of to start on an upbeat. The line we'll look at is this one. So we're starting on downbeat, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, and we're ending on a downbeat. So let's fix that, because it's kind of a boring 2-5-1 line, kind of a standard thing. The notes are all good, but the rhythm sucks. The first thing you can do when you have an arpeggio, this works for other ideas as well, but we'll do it for this 2 minor 7 chord, group of 4 eighth notes, you can rest on the first as an eighth note, do an eighth note, and then a triplet. So 3, 4, 1, and so our notes are exactly the same order, but by waiting that eighth note rest, we can start on an upbeat. 3, 4, 1. Gives us a little rhythmic variety. Second option here is we could actually anticipate the line we're going to play with a chromatic approach. So coming in from whatever the measure before is, we're going to start on the and of 4 with a chromatic approach to the note D. So we're really adding one note to the beginning of our line, and we're still having that D fall on the downbeat so that all the rest of our line lines up good with our target notes or chord tones. We just add in an upbeat before that with a chromatic approach. So 3, 4. Third option is to start removing some downbeats. Now, this is a favorite of guys like Charlie Parker, and I'll show you what that sounds like. So what am I doing here? When we play this first 4 notes, we keep that, but we don't play our resolution immediately on the downbeat. We start taking out the notes that we'll play on downbeat and instead put them on upbeats. I play that. You could have also done. Either way, I'm still landing on a chord tone. I'm just adding some more syncopation within that. So let's say you're already starting this line on an upbeat. What do you do then? How can we adjust in real time with what we're doing within that line so that we still land properly and hit all our chord tones when we want to? So let's take the same beginning line. This time we're going to start that line on the end of 4. 3, 4. Now, honestly, I don't think it sounds too bad with that anticipation of that last note, but if we don't want it to sound like that, there's a few things we can do. First thing, because we started an eighth note early, if we want our target note at the end to end up in the same place, we just need to add 1 eighth note, one more note. So one way we can do that is with a note below our target note. You have a couple options here, but one I like. So 3, 4. Adding in that D right before. You could have also done E flat for a more chromatic sound. 3, 4. In a bebop context, that might sound better, but it's really up to you. Now, what if you don't want to make sure that your E on C major falls on the downbeat? What if you're more concerned of the fact that the B natural for the G7 didn't land on a downbeat? So we can also adjust for that. Again, we just need 1 eighth note, so just one note to place that. Now, because we want to make sure that B lands on the downbeat, we need to make sure that eighth note happens before that target note. So we could go 3, 4. So I'm just adding a B flat. Again, another chromatic approach so that we land with B natural on the downbeat. 3, 4. And now let's put all of these ideas together. I'll play kind of a standard constant eighth note line, and then we'll do a few things to adjust for the rhythm. Now, I'm not saying that the first one is worse than the second line. It's really more to show that we can add rhythmic variety here without really changing the content of the line. You're going to use both of these ideas, better lines, better note choices, and better rhythmic choice. And together that can change a lot. Our first boring line here that we're going to fix up rhythmically is this one. And now let's add in some of the ideas from earlier. Now our new line would sound like this. 3, 4, 1. All right, that's it for today's lesson. If you guys want to check out more, you can check out any of these videos. Check out the link in the description. Join my free guitar community or Chase's Guitar Academy if you want some more personalized instruction and some of my best lessons. Also hit that like button, drop a comment, subscribe, do any of those things, and you are set. Thanks for tuning in. See you.